Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Fiona. Hello. So, I don't know why I even got this in my hand. I'm getting my, well, you can see this hand, and my other hand is holding my phone. This morning, I'm getting my procedure done. Literally this morning, I'm waiting for the driver to come. And I'm going to take you with me. And when I get back, because it's like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, I'll tell you about who I had my procedure with, why I had my procedure with them, and also, and everything else that goes with it, because I was recommended to this person and I interviewed them, and I'll talk about that when I get back. So let's go to get my wrist done. Let's go. So I'm here at the hospital. I just need to pay. So I just had my surgery. My hands are super numb. I'm getting changed. Not that I'm going to show you getting changed, but I'm a bit lopsided. I had my procedure. Let me take this off because I will go into the street with this on my head if no one didn't tell me. And it was fine. It was fine. And you know, he said the local anesthetic. You know what? When we get back, we'll talk. But I just wanted to say I've had my procedure, the carpal tunnel, and he basically, there was a lot of pressure, he said, but let me get changed. I look a mess. And I'll see you at home. Hello. It's a whole nother day. I came in from the procedure. Today I take it off. I take just this off. It's 2 days. It's 2 days because today I take this off. And I came in from the procedure and I just showered with my hand like this because I can't get this wet. And then I lay down and went to sleep. So I just wanted to talk about where I went, why I went there, just my experience really, and would I do it again? So I booked my flight and booked my Airbnb. Sorry, that noise. It's the water tank, it always makes that noise. Booked my flight, booked my Airbnb to go to Cape Town. I'd also sent some emails out to some orthopedic surgeons that I had found. And it was towards the end of the year, well, it was like November, that I'd sent those emails out. And really just to kind of find out, I wrote like this biography of my, who I was in terms of my name, my age, my situation, and what, I also attached the results for the carpal tunnel that I had done when I was in Dar. And then I was wanted to get some more information about them and, if it was possible to have the procedure done, etc., etc., etc. And so I did get a couple, I think I sent out 3 messages. I did get a couple messages back. And then they said, we need to wait until after the new year, after the holiday, because the price will increase and X, Y, Z, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, there's this. I also was thinking about, when I need to have a review, I'm not going to get on the plane to go to South Africa to have the review done, right? And if there's a problem, again, I'm not going to get on just lots of things came into my mind. And so I was speaking to some woman I was speaking to this lady that I know and asking her if she knows anybody that's good in terms of, I didn't want it in Tanzania, but recommendations are better than just rocking up in the hospital. And she gave me someone's name, and then I had this light bulb moment, because I knew a doctor here. And so I contacted him, and he put me in contact with an orthopedic surgeon, and I literally went and interviewed this orthopedic surgeon. Literally, I mean, I had so many questions about who he was, how many surgeries he'd done, how long he had been qualified, how many carpal tunnel surgeries had he done, how many were successful. I mean, everything, absolutely everything. His understanding of carpal tunnel, you know, complications, etc., etc. Doing carpal tunnel on both hands. I mean, we're dealing with it with a patient who has it in both hands. I asked him everything, how long he's actually been practicing on his own. I just went in there, and so after that I thought, okay, I don't feel any kind of bad energy about what he's saying. He's a very calm person, answering the questions. I was like, okay. I slept on it. I really did sleep on it. I sent him a message to ask him a couple more questions, and it was fine. And so and then I asked him where it would take place. He told me where it would take place, which hospital, the private section of that hospital. And I thought, okay, after a lot of sleeping on it, let's do it, because it kind of makes sense. So I went there on Tuesday this week. Got there on Tuesday this week. You know, there's always going to be some kind of foolishness here. I just have to just keep it real. And I arrived on time. My slot was for 11 o'clock. However, I didn't start on time. Got there, and I'm paying for my treatment myself. The card machine wasn't working. So the lady said, I'm going to call the bank and see what the problem is. And she said, oh, they're just not working, you know, in Arusha. Go and have the procedure. When you come back, you can pay. Fine. Went and registered. And let me say, the day before, the doctor sent me a message saying, telling me, once I get to the hospital, you go and register. You need to then do a hemoglobin test and other blood tests to just see that you can have the surgery, and that has to be done before you come. I mean, he gave me everything. So I knew when I got in there, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This needs to be done. So I went to register. Then the woman said, oh, just go up the corridor and let them know that you're here. I did that. And when I got there was this group of, I don't know if they were all nurses or, I don't know, but they were in staff uniform, and they were just chatting away to themselves. One was sitting on the table, completely blanking me. I tell you, I don't know, Tanzania just needs to do significantly better in customer services in all areas, and especially if someone's coming into the hospital for a procedure. Chatting away. The woman that was facing me was looking right at me, still chatting. Then she decided to say hi, you know, hello. And I said, I have an appointment to have a procedure done with this doctor. And she then asked another woman, and then that woman in that group asked another woman, and then there's a guy standing there. He said, oh, okay, you've come to have the procedure with this doctor. And I said, yeah. I mean, yeah. So anyway, he said, okay, just wait a moment. He still continued chatting with these people, then came back to me. This is one of the problems here. Yeah, this is one of the problems here. My finger's been hurting me today. It's a little bit swollen. It's painful. And so then he comes over to me after he's finished, you know, chatting. And then I said, oh, I also need to have a blood test. And he said, what blood test? And I said, to have a hemoglobin test before I go down to have the procedure done. And he said, just calm down. Just calm down. I mean, I literally just said, oh, I also need, literally just like this, I also need to have a blood test. He came with this patronizing, just, no, don't worry, calm down, calm. And I was like, I'm calm. Wait, let this truck go by. You can hear it.
Mamlaka ya mapato Tanzania TRA mkoa wa Arusha inakukumbusha kufanya makadirio ya kodi ya mapato kwa mwaka 2000.
So, after we got interrupted, so he said, calm down, you know, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I didn't like that because I was calm. I just asked a question. Anyway, he said, I've got to go and get your bed ready. And I said to him, well, do I need to have the blood test here or do I need to go to another department? Don't worry, don't. I didn't like that at all. So then he said, wait here, I'm going to get the bed ready. He went into the room to get the bed ready. I don't know what for. Excuse me. Put a fitted sheet on the bed. And then I went, he said, oh, you can have a seat on the bed. Have a seat. I sat on the bed. And then I said to him again, you know, do I need to go to another department to have the blood test? Or what's going to happen? Excuse me. And he said, just being nosy. And he said, oh, it's okay, everything's going to be fine, someone's going to come and speak to you. And I need to cough, wait. And so this woman then comes in and she came and put this little box down and I said, oh, you're coming to do the blood test? And she said yes. And I said, do you know it's the hemoglobin and the other blood tests that I need to have the thing? And they both looked at each other like, oh, not sure. And I was getting this feeling of, I don't think I should be here with these people because this man, firstly, is already irritating me. And this woman just does, you know, I don't know, it's the whole thing just wasn't working for me. And so, and then I said, are you sure you guys know what you're doing? Yes, we're going to take the hemoglobin test and the blood count, blah, blah, blah. And so he took it. So he's like, oh, I'm just going to clean the area. And he took blood. I mean, there was pools of blood on the floor, like, he was just drawing blood. It's like, why are you doing this? What's with the mess? What's with the murder scene? What's going on? What's going on? And then I just was thinking, if these are the people that are going to be dealing with me, I just don't want to be here. Then he said to me, he needs to put a cannula in just in case. And I'm like, why do you need a cannula? That wasn't a conversation I had at all with the surgeon. And like, I didn't even read about it. Trust me, I read everything I possibly could read and watch videos about this procedure. So I was a bit like, why do you need? And he said, oh, because of the toxicity that could occur if an emergency, it's already there. But I just wasn't feeling that, you know, like, why? Anyway, I said, you know what, I'm not staying. And I went to the reception and I said to her, I don't want to stay. She said, Fiona, I'm going to get the doctor. So she called the doctor. And the doctor, she said, come. She took me downstairs and it's where the operating rooms are. Very, very modern, actually. I will say it's very modern. Very clean, very modern, very new. It was very new, very modern. And he came to the door and I was telling him what was happening. And he said to her, after our conversation, you know, we talked again about what's going to happen. He apologized for what was going on upstairs. And then he said to her, let her just stay here. Let me just stay down here. And they'll put me in this room and they'll get someone to come and help me get ready. I didn't need to have a cannula, although he said it's really, if there's an emergency, then it's there, but it's fine. It's going to be fine. And yeah, so I went and got changed and went into the room before you go into the theatre. And that was fine, just waiting. They were getting everything ready, went into the room, lay on the bed, arms stretched out, had the injection. To be honest, it's not really painful. It's more uncomfortable than anything. And then it was, you know, about 30 minutes. We talked about, you know, everything he did, every step that he took with regard to the procedure, he told me what he was going to do, which was cool and very reassuring. And then 30 minutes later, bandaged me up. As I said, I've got to take this off. I'm going to start taking it off. I'm taking it off today, just this part. So this outer bandage comes off today. Then on Tuesday, the bandage covering the wound comes off. And then the week after, the stitches come out. And then after that, the week after that, I go and have my review with him. So that's what's happened. Do I feel like I'm going to have my left hand done? Where am I going to have it done? I don't know. I think he did a really good job in terms of giving me lots of information, reassuring me, making me feel safe. The environment was clean, the environment was safe. I don't know if I would go there again. You know, when I finished, I went to the pay, the machine was working, paid, left, came back, showered, lay down, went to sleep. And then he sent me a message the next morning, which was really nice, the doctor did, to ask me how I was doing, and if I needed anything to contact him. I wore my sling back because my fingers were so numb, and my hand was super, super heavy. But other than that, everything was fine. And jumping back to what I was saying, would I have my left hand done? Because I do need to have my left hand done. Very quick procedure. I'm not sure. And I think maybe my hesitation, and not because of the doctor, I think more the people you're dealing with can probably just give you a little bit too much anxiety before the procedure's done. Like, it just irritate you. Like, I didn't like all of that stuff that was going on. I wasn't feeling it. But other than that, everything seems to be okay. My finger here today, just today, this part of my finger, the top part of my finger's been paining, but it's fine. I've been a little careful. I have been trying to, forgetting, and then you reach for something and it feels a bit achy, but I think that's kind of healing pain, right? But other than that, the doctor was fine. The environment was very, very clean, and I felt safe with him there and and I'm awake. It's just local anesthetic. I'm not asleep. I absolutely would not have any procedure here if I had to be put to sleep. General anesthetic, I believe. No. And I might go, because I am still going to go to South Africa. I am. And I might possibly have my left hand done when I go. Who knows? But that was my experience here. That was my experience here. They just need to improve in so many areas. The healthcare here, I'm sorry to say, is not great. Somebody I work with, her cousin died a couple of weeks ago because she had an accident with her jaw last year, and they put in almost something to secure the jaw, and she must have been allergic to it, and it caused big holes through her face, and so she was just rotting, and it became, the C word, and she passed away. And that was a public hospital looking after her. I think this procedure was literally, it's so small. Open it up, snip, 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 the bit that, imagine a plug, a plug, and you open the top of the plug, and that bit that goes over the wires that go under the plug, literally snip, 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 get rid of that. So it releases the pressure on the nerve, the median nerve, and I don't have the tingling, I don't have the pain, I don't have the numbness, and that's pretty much it. It's that simple. But even with simple procedures, you've got to be careful who you are dealing with. So, that was my situation. That I wanted to share with you. Other than that, I'm fine. Other than that, I'm grateful and I am fine. So, we're nearly at 700 subscribers, by the way. Let me just deviate a moment. Nearly at 700 subscribers. Thank you. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Anyway, I'm good. I'm going to go and have this taken. I'm going to take this off. and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my camera overheated, yet the sun isn't out. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. We're nearly at 700 subscribers. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.